Server here again, and today is a different video. I'm going to guide you with a starter guide of Shaiya UnderWorld, even though there's not much for a starter guide for this part, or for this type of game, because it's a private server of the original Shaiya. I know this is weird that I'm coming out with guides for old games, but there's a whole bunch of people that play this server. Shaiya Sanctuary shut down, which is another private server I used to play, so everyone that was from Sanctuary migrated to Underworld. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a character. This is a guide for a farming tomb. And I'll make sure I'll put in parentheses or whatever the classes that this guide can be used with. So first things first, we are on the Fury side, and this guide does work with lighties or lights, because they use the same accessories and the same lapis as the Fury side, because why not? So, warriors are good for bosses, farming, and PvP, because they are melee, close range attackers here. Guardians are tanks. They absorb damage and they give damage, but not a lot of damage. As you see, they have more defense, and they're for bosses and PvP, mainly bosses for tanking and keeping the bosses on them instead of the bosses going towards the party members. Hunter is good for PvP and bosses. They have long range, and they have +1 luck per level, so they have 70 luck. The Guardians have 70 rec, and the Warriors have 70 strength. On the Vile side, we do not worry about assassins, but we have Pagan. As you see here, we have Pagan, and they get 70 int when you start. For starters, because it's +1 int per level, and they are good with bosses mainly and PvP. Depends on PvP, but bosses really, because they can strengthen their attacks with elements. So if someone had fire, the fire element, if she had a water staff on, it would be stronger and it would use stronger attack. Oracle is healer. She, of course, dispels debuffs, and heals party members. So today we are going to worry about warriors, because these are your farming tomb. Go ahead and make one. Name it Soul Server. Let's do this. Soul Server. There we go. I'm going to show you how to link them up for farming and the right accessories and the right lapis for starters. Like I said, this is a starter guide. This is not for experienced. I'm not an experienced player. I just started this 3 months ago. This is just a starter guide to get you started for farming, to get your gear and such for PvP. Easiest way to farm gold in this game. So, once this loads up, let's get started here. I like this picture. I've always liked this picture. I used to have it as my background. But anyways, it is Christmas time. Awesome. So first things first, we're gonna go into our inventory. So we spawned right here. We'll keep it right here for now until we start moving, so I can show y'all where things are. But anyways, so start out with our inventory. Our inventory is our first thing we're going to go towards. This has our gear in it. We do not have to buy gear. This is already in the inventory. So go ahead and put a cloak on, a spear, because I've never used an axe. I've used spears, and I've seen most players I've seen on here use spears. So what I do with the axes is I just put them in the 5th backpack. But put your legs, your boots on, your leggings, your gloves, and your top. Now you get 3 tops and 3 spears for all 4 elements, or 4 tops and 4 spears for all elements: fire, wind, earth, and water. Now that you got all your gear put in, we are going to go ahead and do our stats. Now to get to your stats, what I did was I went down to all these little icons, and one before the beside the chest, it looks like a little graph. You click it, and this little arrow right here, you click this little arrow, and what you're wanting to do for farming, you're going to put it on full strength. So you're going to max it out, take everything, and put it on strength. This will give you more attack, because right now we are at 1,676 to 1,733 damage, which is okay. But this strength increase will increase our attack to about 2,400, 25 to 2,500, I think. So go ahead and keep putting the strength in. I'm sorry, I would pause at this point, but the problem is I don't know where I should put the hotkey for pausing, because this game uses a lot of hotkeys. But we are almost finished, and at least it's fast. It's not like boop, boop, boop. It's boop, 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 boop. So, after this whole stat thing is done, you're going to push OK, and like I said, yeah, 2,400 to 2,500 damage with attack. So what you're going to do is, from your starter point, you're wanting to go left and come to these 2 ladies right here that are standing in front. They'll turn to you after you click them, and you're going to want to go to the accessories all level, this one right here, and the accessories you're going to want to get is this last one right here, light blue one. It gives you 30 plus strength and 30 luck, which luck is for direct hit. You're wanting to go ahead and get this pinkish one right here. It's the 4th one in the 3rd row. Get 2 of them. Now in the 4th row, the 3rd one on the 4th row, get 2 of the loops, and it looks like a yin yang with the red background. So these we don't worry about, because these are for the 15 and 30s. But since we're 70, these are the ones we're going to look for, really. So in second row, the very last, 3rd row, the 4th, and 4th row, the 3rd. So after that, go ahead and equip them all, and then go to SP items, get from here. So sometimes you won't start out with these. These won't be on your hotbar, so these won't be here. So if that happens, buy 5 of these. But if that does not happen, buy 4 of these. 30-day continuous res runes. Buy 255 of these, and these will come up. Just put 255, and it'll stay into the stack, so it'll be like a single one. And then the hammer. So what these are every 30 days you'll use one of these. This will be These resurrections are so your character won't instantly die after they get killed by in PvP, and they'll be permanently deleted if you don't have one of these on. This does not drop any of your items, so nothing in your inventory will drop. The large prevent item drop, it lasts for 30 days too. And the endurance is for your armor, so you won't have to ever repair it, and it won't break on you to where it disappears. So after you have all these, main reason why I just grab them is because, well, we got to go back in there. Main reason why I grab these is because you take them 4 months, and these will for 255 months. So they're only monthly thing. You got to worry about. You just got to watch, make sure. But after that, what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to buy the linking hammers, 255 of them, and the lucky charms, 200 of them, because it's the max you can carry. I don't know why they didn't put it at 255. One main thing to look at is I don't know if these lucky charms are useful. I just put them in my inventory because I'm used to having lucky charms, but they never drop when I use one of these linking hammers, so I don't know what they're for. It says keeping this item in your inventory will protect your items from breaking when attempting to combine. That's what I said, but I don't know if it works, so we'll just keep that there. Next thing is your teleports. These are very important, and if you don't have these, you're going to have to wait until somebody gives you one or something to come back to where we are, because this place is your... Okay, this place is headquarters, basically. Is where you buy. There's also this is also where you buy your beginner lapises. This is you used to not have the beginners like the fully linked gear. They just started that. But anyways, so that you can buy your writing merchants, which are your mounts here, for which are 100 mil each. Make sure you buy the right class. SP items, 5 bill. This is where you're gonna link and enchant and recreate. I don't think you can recreate though. So yeah, that's what this bootlegger is for. So make sure you buy a full stack, all 4 of these. Next, we need to buy these 3 stones right here. The bluish one is party member summon, and it summons the party member to the user's point. Does not work in some borderlands. So buy a stack of those. After that, buy movement runes. Makes the user move to a party member's point. Does not work in some borderlands. So buy a stack of them. And warehouse runes. So you can use the warehouse. So if you're farming, and since this is your farming toon, you can take the gold fortune coins that you're gonna want to use for gold. The gold coins to get your gold. You can keep this toon, use a warehouse, and after you use the warehouse, if you put them in your warehouse, you can use them on other toons. So that's what these are good for. We're gonna go ahead and add everything to the back just like we've been doing. The reason why I add them to the back so they will be out of the way. I don't have to worry about them just being in the way. So just gonna go ahead and all 4 of these. We are good with that. So after that, we are going to go ahead and start linking. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the other side. After coming from over here, you want to go to the other side, and to the left, right, there's an accessories and helmets. Double click her, and these are the lapis that we're going to be using for our accessories, as what it says right here. Sorry. So the accessories we're going to use are the Razio lapis, so buy a full stack of them, because since this ain't 100% linking, the lapis will break, not your gear, but your lapis. As long as you bought the lucky charm, I think. Like I said, I don't know if the lucky charms are useful or not. They stay the same number. They do not disappear at all. But anyways, so you're going to buy Razio, which gives 7 strength and 6 luck. The Act Lapis, which gives you 6 strength and 7 Rec. Rec is for health. Strength is your attack. Luck is chance hit for a critical hit. So the very last lapis that you're going to purchase is the Roser Lapis, which gives you 6 strength and 7 luck. So after that, what you're going to want to do is come to this medical services, and you're going to want to just purchase a stack of Etane potion. And you're going to go ahead and purchase a stack of healing potion. After that, I would go ahead and put them in your 5th backpack. Now, after you get them in your 5th backpack, or wherever you want to place them, make sure that you add them to Z and X right up here, or wherever you have it. But what Z and X does, you can push them and they'll use the health potions and the Etane potion. Etane gives 75% of your HP, MP, and SP, or ST, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, back to you, and the health, of course, you already know what that does. So before we link our lapis, I'm going to go ahead and go over the skills that you're going to want to use for farming. If you're just going to want to keep this as a farming toon and not do PvP, you can go ahead and just use only 3 skills. Wind Spin, Enchant Wind Spin, and Ground Shock. In this order: Wind Spin, Enchanted Wind Spin, and Ground Shock. After that, we are going to want to go over our buffs. So since this is just a farming toon, since this is just a farming toon, I'm not really worried about the other things except for Town Portal and Resurrection. Now, if you're going to be in a party farming, Resurrection is good just in case a Blighty comes in and kills them. If a Blighty is on there and you see it flash red, Town Portal is good to escape and wait until they leave so you can go back to farming. We're going to only have 4 buffs. This is the buff wheel, basically. I'll call it the buff wheel. The buff wheel buffs your toon after hitting R for as many buffs as you have. So I'll show you after we get out on the field. But you're going to want to add leadership. Add to the first one. Concentration, bash, and energy control. Now, these the ones that I'm going to show you, you can add these. This is optional, but I'm going to go ahead and add them. Okay, so Battle Cry has a major cooldown, but it gives you 5% for a recovery, health recovery rate of 5%. Berserk has a longer cooldown, but in Sanctuary it used to be a buff up here, but now it's a cooldown. So add Berserk, and it turns player into a Berserker for 45 seconds to increase attack power 250 and attack speed by 2 levels while decreasing defense power. So add that to 3. And Eagle Eye evades the range with a 100% chance of success for 18 seconds. And there we go. So that is about it. Black Hole sometimes helps, so that's for PvP. Deadly Shock, I just add these because really you don't have any, and if you're going to use these, you're going to want to move them over and then add Charge usually, and then for just a fast attack, Uppercut. This is how my bar goes usually. But since we're not using them for PvP farming, we're going to go ahead and add them like this. because these are the only 3 you're really going to use for farming, as long as you keep to this guide if you want to. You don't have to go with this guide. This is not a, like I said in the beginning, this is not an expert guide to starting. This is what I've learned through my experience. So, next we are going to start linking our lapis. So, let's go ahead and come to the blacksmith, which is a drunk guy, and push link. Now, add your whatever you want accessories you want first, and then keep going down. And for every accessory, add these lapis. So we're gonna go ahead and add the linking hammer here. Oh, we just got lucky with that one. Next. Oh, we just got lucky with that one too. Holy moly. Next. Awesome. Let's do this again. Oh, wow. Oh, see, they're broke. Probably gonna get another one. Yep. Okay. There we go. And awesome. That ring's finished. Go ahead and order does not matter, honestly. I just like mixing them up to make them look more interesting than keep making them look the same. Nope. Do not want to do that. I mean, I don't think it'll break your gear since you have the lucky charms, but I don't know. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Okay. And the last one, it will be this loop. So, yay. Nope. Awesome. And there we go. Fully linked accessories. Fully linked gear except for the upper tops. Now, if you want, you don't have to right now, but if you're going to start doing bosses, I suggest you go ahead and link your elements right here. Do not worry about these because these are already in your shoes and in your weapons, but these are for your elements for your weaknesses and increases. It increases a lot. Now you can go ahead and either sell these or drop them because these do not give you any gold, and you don't even need them after you fully link. But if you want to, which I'm not going to right now, you can go ahead and buy the elements and link them in there if you're going to use them for bosses and farming. Okay, so now that we've got everything done here, we got our bar situated, we got our wheel, let's go ahead and show you where we're going to farm at. So right after you're done and you're at the blacksmith, you go back to the other side here, and you're going to want to look at this second Fury Gatekeeper right here, the guy. And where we're going to go is can't even say it. Paleon Regnum, I guess. PR right here is what it's short for, since really people can't even pronounce names like that, but PR. So we're going to go ahead and go in. Oh, I accidentally muted my mic. I'm sorry about that. So, let me see here. The sex change scrolls are good for this if this happens, but you can log out and log back in. I think there won't be a mail, but you can change it if it is by going back to the Leggery and going back to that SP free items, and she'll have them. But, so what we're going to do is, you see our buff wheel? if you hit R, it buffs. You can't rapidly hit it, or else it'll use the last one, but you just go one by one like that. Okay, so after that, this doesn't take that much MP or SP. You can go ahead and use these two if you want when you get up here. So when you go in, you're going to want to look for the gate right here, and you're going to go on the left side, right here. So we are going to go, I'm going to go ahead and give you a demonstration of what we have created as long as you've followed this guide. So we're going to go ahead and gather all these mobs here. And so you see all these mobs. And this is the reason why it's really good to have these potions in hand. So I accidentally used ground smash, but you want to use a wind spin and a chance wind spin, and if the mobs are still dead, you use ground shock. And that is the reason why I said those are the only 3 skills you need for farming. I hope you guys like the new intro I made. It's going to be the main intro from now on, until I feel like changing it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like if you liked this video and it was helpful. I'm gonna release a tutorial for oracles and pagans, but hunters and archers use the same guide. So if you want to, you can look into it for your hunters as well. But hunters, like I said, are really for PvP and bosses, not for farming. Thank you all for watching. If you want to, hit that subscribe button and you'll see more videos that I post. I don't just post Shaiya. If you look in my, this is your first time seeing a video of mine, you can go ahead and look, and there's a lot more videos. But this is all I got to say for now. Please subscribe if you want. Like if this was helpful and this was great for you and this helped a lot. And thank you for watching.